in LA this week.
This website and assessment is not just for older adults. It's actually a tool so we can assess the community's risk.
Since the pandemic broke, we've been partnering in my district to try to meet the needs of so many of our families. The need is greater than ever before.
It will take some time. There will be a period of ramping up to those pre-pandemic levels, but I am confident that we'll get there.
Hello everyone, I'm Natalia Bilbao. Here's what's happening in LA this week. What began with a plea for help turned into a moment of true community. Council member Kern Price joined up with the LAPD to bring relief and a bit of holiday cheer to a South LA family struggling with a COVID-19 emergency.
We're here to be a blessing to a mother with 7 kids. 2 of the kids tested positive, so they're quarantined, they're locked down. We got a call that she was kind of stranded, didn't know what to do, didn't have any food, didn't have any toys, and so CD9 plus the police department plus our friends and neighbors have all chipped in.
One of the things we wanted to do was make sure that the kids had food to eat and some toys for the holidays.
It just certainly talks about the importance of the holiday season, but also underscores this pandemic, how it has just impacted us all in so very many ways. It's a big time when we are all struggling, so we're just happy to do what we can to help this family in need.
So, obviamente tener las precauciones que indican la CDC, los médicos, pero si necesitan ayuda o recursos, por favor llamen a nuestra oficina y nosotros podemos ayudarlos si es que sí tenemos recursos disponibles como comida o y si no podemos referirlos a alguien que sí pueda ayudarlos.
And unfortunately, those who are least able to care for themselves need help, and so our office is here to help.
Here at 77th Division, we're proud to do this, and we want everyone to have a safe and happy holiday.
It's time for Angelinos Give Back. Council President Nuri Martinez helps distribute meals from the LA Regional Food Bank. And Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez teams up with local organizations to get personal protection equipment to the residents of District 7.
Today we're out here in the San Fernando Valley working with Council President Martinez and her staff, and we're distributing 500 meals to our neighbors in need this holiday season. We heard about all the great work that the Council President is doing to care for the needs of her community, and we wanted to support her in that effort. We've been teaming up with the LA Regional Food Bank as part of an initiative over the holiday season to provide 400,000 meals to families in need throughout Greater Los Angeles, and we wanted to be here today to help people of the San Fernando Valley.
Since the pandemic broke, we've been partnering in my district to try to meet the needs of so many of our families. The need is greater than ever before. I think we've now distributed almost 350,000 pounds of food since the pandemic.
The food bank receives donated food from many sources and supplements that with purchased food, works with 700 other community-based organizations throughout Los Angeles County, and then also partner with many other groups for these types of direct distributions to get food out to families and individuals.
Está muy bien y nos ayuda bastante con la comida para comer. Muchas gracias y feliz Navidad y Año Nuevo, y muchas gracias por la comida.
This morning we're partnering up with some key community organizations to help make sure that we can distribute COVID care kits that my team has assembled in order to support the families in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, many of whom are on the front lines of this pandemic. We are seeing the incredible spikes of COVID-19 in our community, and so providing some of the critical resources that are contained in this kit are a way for us to help get these resources into the homes of those that have been impacted by COVID-19. So today we are partnered with home health care workers, with Chica's Moms, the community organization that is doing some incredible grassroots work, people in action in the community. And so it's through these collaborations that we're going to be able to get these resources into the hands of the community members that need them most.
Mi nombre es Alma Martínez y soy organizadora de SCIU. Nuestra unión representa a personas que cuidan a sus familiares en casa, long-term care. Quería reafirmar, ¿verdad?, el trabajo que hacen, porque es difícil cuidar a sus pacientes, a sus proveedores en casa, a sus familiares en casa. Son las únicas personas que les dan amor, cuidado y calidad. Entonces, por eso son trabajadores esenciales. Tenemos que reconocerles su gran trabajo que hacen diariamente.
With these kids, within the kids, we have the gloves and the hand sanitizers and information that our participants could take home and use with their families and when they're out running errands.
Definitivamente es algo muy importante y de mucha utilidad en este momento, ya que tenemos una pandemia de más de 7 meses. Al principio muchas familias tenían acceso a estos kits por sus propios medios, pero ahorita con la carencia de trabajos, el corte de horario en los trabajos, mucha gente está necesitando de este tipo de ayuda, y con esta ayuda que está dando la concejal a la comunidad es muy importante. Nosotros servimos aproximadamente a 3.400 familias y de esto nos cae muy bien para repartirlos en este tiempo de Navidad especialmente.
Part 2 of Angelinos Give Back takes us to 2 local businesses that are doing what they can to support their communities. Brothers Distribution brings success food items to those in need, and Capoio Cafe invites you to visit the living room of Boyle Heights. Take a look.
On a daily basis, we go out and distribute to convenience stores different kinds of food. It's anywhere from fresh sandwiches to bakery items, beverages, snacks.
Because of the pandemic, we have some excess product that close by date. We like to donate those and let the product be useful for the needed people.
Yo pienso que, digamos, yo que tengo trabajo, pues tengo la bendición de Dios, pues que tengo trabajo, pero mucha gente no tiene trabajo y esta ayuda le llega, pero digo, fabulosa la ayuda, porque es comida, es alimento, y es lo fundamental, pues, para vivir.
We reached out to Children's Hunger Fund and we said, let's work together. Let's come up with a plan so at the end of the week, you guys can come pick up this product and give it to the needy people.
Tenemos comida en exceso en estos momentos por la pandemia, entonces queremos donar esa comida a beneficio de niños.
It's anywhere from 500 pieces to 750 pieces a month that's going out to them. And then we're hoping that in the next coming few months, we can raise that number to almost 1,000 pieces a month.
I opened up Capoio Cafe with my cousin Beatrice about 2-3 years ago, and we have become what's known as the living room of Boyle Heights. And we're very community-based. We always host events here, like we're having today, the 8th annual Lioness Movement, where people come and donate blankets and socks. So we're very happy to host.
I organize events and donations for a transitional living shelter here in Boyle Heights called Comunidad César Chávez. Cuando las familias llegan a Chávez, vienen sin nada, no tienen poquito ropa, poquito cosas, y las cobijas que colecto los ponen en los cuartos y ya están en las camas para que tengan cobijas cuando llegan.
Ayuda mucho porque la comunidad necesita ayudar todos, ayudar toda la gente a estar unidos ahorita. Mucha gente no tiene nada y ahorita le estás dando a alguien que necesita y que le falta.
It's given everybody a moment to stop and think about what they do have and be thankful for what they do have, their health, and the blessings that they have.
Well, Christy's wonderful. You know, she has the biggest heart and
She makes everyone want to do better. And by her doing this, it's just awesome. We want to help kids, you know, we want to help families that don't have anything.
I understand the struggle of not knowing how you're going to pay your rent or how you're going to provide meals for your kids. It can be really difficult. So basically, that's why I started this, because I understand it so much.
City Controller Ron Galperin develops a COVID spending tracker. Recycled plastic asphalt makes its way to the streets of downtown LA, and the Los Angeles Fire Department gets their first COVID vaccinations. These stories up next on City Beat.
LA City Controller Ron Galperin has introduced a new interactive online tool to examine the city's finances during the pandemic. The COVID-19 Spending Tracker offers a visual accounting of the city pandemic-related spending during this crisis. With information gathered through November 2020, Angelinos can now see crisis-related costs broken down by department and filter expenditures by month. This new tracker is essential in keeping the public informed of the city's spending priorities during this global crisis. Visit lacontroller.org. Mayor Eric Garcetti and public works officials have announced the launch of a new sustainability pilot project. Downtown Los Angeles was resurfaced with recycled plastic asphalt. Led by Streets LA and working with Technosoil Industrial, this application of recycled plastic asphalt is the first of its kind on a major city street. The resulting roads are expected to last 2 to 3 times longer than traditional asphalt with less maintenance. This new initiative supports the mayor's new Green Deal goals of sustainability through recycling alternatives and rebuilding infrastructure. Mayor Eric Garcetti and Fire Chief Ralph Terrazas were on hand for the first vaccines to be administered to the Los Angeles Fire Department first responders at Fire Station 4 in downtown.
Today marks the beginning of the LA City Fire Department's COVID-19 vaccination program. In the next 2 weeks, we will have offered vaccinations to all of our 3,400 firefighters who have been on the front lines of this pandemic since March.
And we want to make sure that those who are on the front lines exposing themselves to danger are the ones that we protect under the protocols of the vaccine first.
LAFD has received 3,200 doses of the Moderna vaccine and will administer them at 3 sites throughout the city over the coming weeks.
The YMCA in Koreatown has activated its long-standing relationship with the FIDM Foundation to bring coats, sweaters, and other cold weather clothing to its residents.
The YMCA is fairly new here in Koreatown, and we do a lot of programming for kids, keep the community healthy, and since COVID happened, we had to quickly pivot and shift and change and respond to the needs. There's huge demand in COVID-related things, and then I noticed that as people are coming out for these distributions, that it's really early and it's really cold. FIDM Scholarship Foundation was able to provide donations of clothing so that the people here in our community who are predominantly low income are able to get really nice outerwear.
They reached out to us to see if we could donate hangers and rolling racks for their event today. And we said, well, we can actually do better than that. We can donate garments. So we have sweaters, jeans, shirts, and blouses, about 4,300 units today that we're donating.
With everything going on with the COVID-19 pandemic, I think that we really see an increased need, not only for food, but for kind of basic necessities that we've taken for granted in the past. And now with the colder weather, I think it's more important now more than ever.
Que venimos, pusieron un letrero que dijeron que iban a regalar ropa. Sí, dijeron que iban a regalar suéteres y pues ahorita pues en la situación que estamos pasando pues es muy difícil y sí se les agradece a ellos que están haciendo este esfuerzo y a las personas que lo están donando también.
The long-term partnership with FIDM is to provide different type of clothing during the spring, the summer for those who need, and also some of the merchandise that we see here will be sent to other YMCAs to serve their low-income communities as well.
Sí, es una gran bendición estar aquí, de verdad. Muchas gracias a las personas que lo donaron y a las organizaciones que nos hacen posible esta bendición.
Latino Equality Alliance has been providing service to the community of Boyle Heights through their hub, Mi Centro, for nearly a decade now. But one Mi Centro service is gaining popularity, their Pride Pantry. Check this out.
Latino Equality Alliance has been functioning since late 2000s, and we've been here assisting the community in Boyle Heights predominantly in partnership with the Los Angeles LGBT Center. We provide a connection to the different services that people need. So that includes health services, senior services, youth development and career development. And we also have the Pride Pantry, which happens on a weekly basis, and it's basically by appointment only. And we provide perishable goods and produce to the community here in the Boyle Heights, South East LA areas.
Venimos a recibir ayuda que nos está brindando aquí la organización esta, y es mucha ayuda para nosotros ahorita con lo que estamos pasando, y es de gran beneficio para nuestra familia.
It's been a tough time with the COVID. We're not able to spend much more money than what we have. It has helped me a lot. No me cobran nada, es gratis, solamente tengo que inscribirme y yo vengo a recoger la comida.
The entire point of diversity is bringing together folks to share their different arts and life experiences to make the community at large stronger. And the woman in charge of cultivating those seeds of understanding and unity in Los Angeles is Danielle Brazel, General Manager of the Department of Cultural Affairs.
I believe, and I think I can speak on behalf of the entire Department of Cultural Affairs, that we believe that creativity is key to our resiliency. Hi, I'm Danielle Brazel, and I'm the General Manager of the Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs. And what the Department of Cultural Affairs does is we actually foster inclusion, belonging, diversity, equity, and access to arts, culture, and creativity for everyone in our city. You can visit the first ever World Heritage Site for the city of Los Angeles, which is Frank Lloyd Wright's historic Hollyhock House. And we have a 360 virtual tour that is free and accessible to the public, and you can actually step in to this historic World Heritage Site. This one in Vertigo Dance, and it's one of our grantees, and they do every Thursdays, they do a Dancing with Parkinson's class. Anyone can do this. It's for all bodies. They have recorded programs and classes, and then they have the Zoom class that they have teaching artists with seniors, those with Parkinson's, and those like me who need a moment during a semblance of a lunch break to breathe and move. And we do an annual Black Doll show. It's actually the longest running Black Doll show in the country. So those are a few things, but there's over 527 festivals that we sponsor and support annually. I would like Angelinos to know that our city is full of culture, and it's full of creativity, and it's full of artistic expression. And in this time of COVID, in this time of pandemic, draw on your own creativity and share that with us. We want to hear from you. We want to know how you're getting your creative on and how you're using creativity to weather the COVID storm.
The Department of Cultural Affairs creates and supports arts programming with other city agencies, as well as with artists and cultural nonprofit organizations throughout Los Angeles. With a vaccine to COVID-19 making a slow rollout, it looks like we are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. But in the meantime, there are measures we need to do to continue to be safe, as well as assessing how safe our behaviors and habits are. For this, the Department of Aging has developed a handy online tool that anyone can use. Take a look.
The site is really designed to help people evaluate their risks, and it gives recommendations on things they could do actively to take care of themselves and their families and stay safer and well.
This website and assessment is not just for older adults. It's actually a tool so we can assess the community's risk. So I welcome and I invite all who can to go ahead and sign up periodically as our activities change, for them to reassess it, because the information that it gives you is to keep you safe and to empower you by giving you information, connecting you to information from the CDC, providing you information directly from the Department of Public Health. And I think it's very critical right now to keep everyone safe.
COVID-19 es más peligroso que ha sido antes. Y todos tenemos que tomar todas las acciones dentro de nuestro poder para proteger a aquellos que están a más alto riesgo. It gives you an opportunity to say, you know what? A lot of things have changed. Let me see where I am now and what kinds of resources or strategies do I need to change to make sure that I'm staying safe. It's not a pass for increasing your risk level. It's actually an opportunity for you to get control and to understand. Los Ángeles, rayita, es.cd19 checkup.org.
Despite having approved guidelines in place, there are still lots of Angelinos who don't yet feel comfortable traveling. Well, did you know that by having a staycation right here in the city, that you would be helping tourism? That's right. And Don Liu from the Los Angeles Department of Convention and Tourism Development zoomed by to explain how. Take a look.
Our department's very unique. For 40 years, we had at the City of Los Angeles a convention center department that employed upwards of 300 people. 6 years ago, in 2014, the City Council and Mayor made the decision to privatize the operations of the convention center. So now this department, Convention and Tourism Development, is only 8 people. We're co-located with almost 200 employees at AEG at the convention center. And at the same time in 2014, the City Council and Mayor gave us responsibility to oversee the contract with LA Tourism. We were really on a roll prior to the pandemic. We had exceeded our goal of 50 million annual visitors to Los Angeles. The convention center was making money every year. Our hotels were nearly full every day. What we're really envisioning is getting back to those levels as quickly as possible. And I really think we will get there. It's just a matter of consumer confidence, traveler confidence, event planner confidence. Once the vaccines are distributed, we're confident that the tourism market will be coming back to Los Angeles in a way that first begins with staycations. So people in Los Angeles making the decision to spend a night or two at a local hotel. Let's go to downtown, let's go to the beach. We've kind of calculated quickly that if every Angelino that currently is working could spend 3 nights at a hotel, go to 3 different restaurants, and or visit 3 of our attractions, we can add over $1 billion to our economy. It will take some time. I think there will be a period of ramping up to those pre-pandemic levels, but I am confident that we'll get there.
In our features segment this week, we take a look at the city department that is arguably the most ubiquitous of all departments. Maria Hall-Brown sits down with General Manager Tony Royster to shine a spotlight on just how broad the work is for LA City's General Services Department.
Like all businesses, the city of Los Angeles needs a lot of everything to operate. So when the T's need to be crossed and the I's need to be dotted, it's the General Services Department that makes sure the pens are there. I'm delighted to be joined by the General Manager of General Services, Tony Royster. So great to have you here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
I was absolutely taken aback. The list is like from maintenance to salvage to publishing to custodial and on and on and on. It's almost like if anybody needs anything for any reason at any time, that's what General Services is there for. Is that an accurate assessment?
It's very accurate, and like I said, the motto for our department is we're the heart of the city. And you don't see us, but no, the city cannot operate without the Department of General Services. We have great city employees that work for our department, and we're here to support the 40 departments. And if you name it, we do it. Anything that you see out on the streets in a building that's related to the city of Los Angeles, somehow in some place, the Department of General Services has touched that product, that street, that trash truck, whatever.
So with COVID, how is that working? Because fleet services are the city vehicles that are going around. So has that had to adjust with the pandemic? Is it still?
It's somewhat of adjusted. The important thing is training our employees to operate in this environment with the pandemic, making sure they're having the appropriate distance and whatever. But all our employees, especially in fleet when it comes to equipment, they're showing up to work every day. We're making sure they're being trained with the appropriate protocols for COVID-19. And also we're providing the PPEs, the personal protective equipment they need to do their jobs.
How are we doing right now with emergency supplies?
We have a stockpile, a 60 to 90-day stockpile, so we have enough to support police and fire and all departments, sanitation with the care units. They go out and deal with the different unsheltered locations. So at this point, we're doing pretty well. We're like the battery in a flashlight. You don't see us.
But boy, do you need you.
But we keep the light on.
Help name the LA Zoo's Condor Chick. Check out performance archives from the Los Angeles Music and Arts School, or brush up on bike basics, rules of the road. All this up next on Virtual Things to Do.
The LA Zoo has a brand new arrival and they need you to help name it. Zookeepers need your help in naming the new condor chick born in August of 2020. You can vote for your favorite name from the list of 4 options when you make a donation to the California Condor Recovery Program. Donations of $250 or more will include a commemorative t-shirt and more. Make your voice heard and support the Miracle Condor Chick. Votes are being tallied now through January 7th, 2021. For details on how to donate, visit lazoo.org. The Los Angeles Music and Art School is proud to bring you LA Muse Art Live, a season of enchanting live performances just for you. This is a brand new free collection of diverse performances that awaits you online every second Saturday. Enjoy performances from virtuosos in flamenco song and dance and Latin soul music, all experienced from the comfort of your own home. You won't want to miss LA Muse Art Live. To preview the full season announcement or to RSVP for your favorite concert and dates, visit lamuseart.org/season. Want to take your cycling more seriously next year, but you're not sure where to start? Well, you're in luck. Metro and People for Mobility Justice present the best bike basics rules of the road. From bike maintenance to night riding, each 1-hour Zoom session will help you improve your bicycling skills on how to ride on city streets safely. Sign up for free classes to learn how to bike in an urban environment or go on group rides. For more information or to register for the best bike basics rules of the road, check out metro.net/go-bike. And that's a look at some virtual things to do.
That's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao. From all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.